What's going on, Yankees fans? Coming at you with another New York Yankees post-game recap as the New York Yankees have taken the first two games out of this four-game series against the Boston Red Sox as they win 11-5 over the Red Sox tonight. What a job by the Yankees offense, and the Red Sox pitching is so bad, and the Yankees have taken advantage over it. They have scored 11 runs and 10 runs in their first two games against the Red Sox, and they pounded Nathan Eovaldi, getting 8 earned runs off of him. They absolutely rocked Nathan Eovaldi. Great job by the Yankees offense. You know, James Paxton wasn't necessarily great. Had a bad, the second inning, I think it might have been the third inning. You know, he gave up 3 runs in that third inning, gave up the 2-run double to J.D. Martinez, then gave up the solo home run to Xander Bogaerts that carried out of the park, and the Red Sox took the 3-2 lead. We were thinking that, Paxton's not going to be good, but then Paxton did settle down for the final 2 innings of his outing, and, you know, goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs. I thought Paxton did a pretty solid job against the Red Sox, especially how bad he struggled in his first start against them. I thought James Paxton did a really good job. And then the bullpen comes in. Sessa gives up 2 runs in the 9th. Besides that, the bullpen did good. You know, Jonathan Loaisiga did a good job. I don't think anybody came in after that. I think it was just Loaisiga and Sessa, so we didn't have to use. Thank God we didn't have to use any of our big name relievers, guys like Ottavino and Green. Thank God we didn't have to use any big guys like that. But we only had to use Loaisiga and Sessa out of the bullpen tonight, so that's very good. As the Yankees dominate the Red Sox 11-5, they've dominated the Red Sox for the first 2 games of the series. They've done a great job. You know, the pitching's been very solid. The bullpen's done a great job, besides, Holder yesterday and all that stuff. But I thought the bullpen's been very solid. The offense has been fantastic. Even though the Red Sox have horrible pitching, and they're just a horrible team. They're 6-15. They're a horrible team. Even though they're so bad, the Yankees are still playing really good baseball. And how about we talk about Clint Frazier tonight? 5 RBIs, including a 3-run home run. Clint Frazier is here to stay. Clint Frazier is an absolute stud. Maybe he's not going to stay for much longer. Maybe if Judge does get called up, not called up, brought back from the injured list, maybe Clint Frazier does get sent down, but Clint Frazier is an absolute beast, and even though if Clint Frazier doesn't have much of a future with the Yankees, he's going to be a great player for another team because he's a really, really good player. And in my opinion, I think he's here to stay. In my opinion, I really like Clint Frazier. I think maybe we send down like Tyler Wade or Estrada or something like that. No, I'm not saying they're bad players. They're not really bad players. It's just Clint Frazier is really, really good, and I feel like he definitely deserves to be in the starting lineup for the rest of the season because I'm not a big fan of Aaron Hicks. I definitely think Clint Frazier, deserves to be in the starting lineup for the Yankees for the rest of the season. It's unlikely that's going to happen, but I think he definitely deserves to get in the lineup because he's been really good for the Yankees since he's been called up. He's hitting like 600 ever since he's been called up. He's been really good for the Yankees. He's off to a really red hot start. You love to see that at a Clint Frazier. He had a great game today. Had 5 RBIs. Also had a 2-run double later in the game. Clint Frazier is awesome today. As the Yankees go up 2-0 early in the first inning, as Gio Urshela hits a 2-run home run up to right field. Typical Gio Urshela things. He hits a 2-run shot to right field. The Yankees take a 2-0 lead. And then the Red Sox, score the 3 runs in that third inning. Then the Yankees get the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning as Gary Sanchez hits the 2-run shot. Gary Sanchez hits his 4th home run of the season. He's hit 3 home runs, for the past couple of games. Gary Sanchez has been playing really well of late. Great to see that out of Gary Sanchez. He hits another home run today. Yankees hit a lot of long balls, as they usually do. And then Clint Frazier hits the 3-run home run. They take a 7-3 lead. Pretty much all Yankees after that. Clint Frazier had an RBI. Tyler Wade had an RBI. And you might be asking, if you didn't watch the game, why would Tyler Wade be in the game? Well, here's the bad news. DJ Lemahieu left the game early due to a thumb injury after I think he swung weird and then sprained his thumb. He left the game early, and DJ Lemahieu is most likely headed to the 10-day IL, which is absolutely devastating for the Yankees. He could be out for a decent amount of time, and in a 60-game season, that's absolutely devastating. It's devastating to the team, even if it isn't a 60-game season, because DJ LeMahieu is so productive every single game. All the dude does is hit. He's probably our second best player besides Judge. He's a great player. He's unbelievable, baseball player, and it's gonna suck not having him because he's most likely going to be headed to the IL. I'm really sick of this team getting injured. I really am. Even though we have so much depth, I'm really sick of this team getting injured. I really am. I'm sick and tired of the freaking injuries. But it looks like Lemahieu will be heading to the IL, but, fingers crossed that Lemahieu won't be heading there, but it most likely looks like that DJ Lemahieu will be heading to the IL and be out longer than 10 days, which absolutely sucks. But he looks like he will be headed to the IL. But anyway, Yankees play great. They win 11-5. Not a lot to talk about with this game. Clint Frazier, definitely the player of this game. He was awesome today. Gary Sanchez hit a home run. Gio hit a home run. Great job of the Yankees. They hit the long ball today, off of Nathan Eovaldi, and off of Matt Barnes. They scored a couple runs off him. Yankees pounded the Red Sox. It isn't really even a rivalry anymore. I mean, the Red Sox are so unbelievably terrible. They're the worst team in the American League by far. It's pretty easy right now. The Yankees have dominated the Red Sox. They're, 5-0 against the Red Sox this year. They have not lost a home game all season, I believe. They have not lost a home game all season. As the Yankees come back tomorrow, the Red Sox don't have a projected starter. It'll probably be a bullpen game for them, as J. Happ gets the ball in Game 3 tomorrow against the Red Sox. And then I think it's Tanaka for Game 4. I think Tanaka is going to pitch the series finale there against Boston. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be Martin Perez for Game 4 for the Red Sox. So that's the projected starters for the rest of the series for both teams. So that's going to do it for this video. If you're a Yankees fan, drop a like if you enjoyed this game, because I sure did. If you did not enjoy, if you didn't enjoy this DJ LeMahieu injury, put it down in the comments below. Talk about how how it sucks. How it sucks so much that all of our players always seem to get injured every single season. And LeMahieu was actually one of the guys who didn't really get injured last year, but he's most likely going to be headed to the IL. It was confirmed by Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone said he could be heading to the IL after the thumb injury. I believe the X-rays came back negative, which is good, but he's still going to be having another MRI and a CT scan, CAT scan. And he's also going to have an MRI on his thumb. Let's hope it's not anything worse than a sprained thumb. At best, it's day-to-day. I don't see DJ LeMahieu not, avoiding the IL. It's most likely he's going to be headed to the IL, so that definitely sucks. But if you enjoyed this game, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment. We can talk about the game. And Yankees play great. They win 11-5 over the Red Sox. Tomorrow, J. Happ gets the ball as the Yankees look to win the series at home against the Red Sox, and they look to keep playing good baseball on this homestand. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Let's go Yankees.